On March 2, 2005, in the small town of Whitley City, Kentucky, county officials were forced to remove a display of the Ten Commandments from the courthouse wall. The McCreary County versus American Civil Liberties Union of Kentucky case went before the Supreme Court, where the court ruled the display of the Ten Commandments in the McCreary County courthouse violated the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. The clause prohibits the government from passing legislation that prefers one religion over another or establishing an official religion. Ironically, the author of the First Amendment, James Madison, was sworn in with his left hand on the Bible. References to religion do not violate the First Amendment. It should be legal for the Ten Commandments to be displayed on government property because the American legal system was established on a religious foundation which guarantees, in the First Amendment, the protection of the freedom of speech and religion. A similar point was made by supporters of Under God, including the Bush administration and the congressional leaders of both parties. In the Kentucky case, McCreary County responded to a lawsuit against a framed copy of the commandments in its courthouse by surrounding the dialogue with an array of documents, including the Declaration of Independence and the Magna Carta. This, the county maintained, shows the display's secular purpose. The Ten Commandments, publicly displayed on government property, established the core of our nation's origins. Throughout many government buildings, there are Christian monuments such as Moses and the Ten Commandments, which can be found in the rotundas of the Library of Congress, on the rear wall in the U.S. Supreme Court, and inside the Supreme Court itself. The United States of America was founded on Christian beliefs and has long been part of our national identity. Along with that comes the Ten Commandments that have also been a huge part of our nation's development. The Constitution is strongly influenced not only on Christian beliefs, but on the Ten Commandments in particular. It is not a coincidence that the commandments, thou shalt not kill, steal, or bear false witness, all are part of our nation's laws. Any person who has premeditated design to kill, or intends to kill, or inflicts great bodily harm, is guilty of murder and shall suffer such punishment as the court may direct. Formerly, there were laws such as swearing, working on Sundays, and adultery that have been included under our nation's Constitution. It is conclusive that in most of our county's history that the government has integrated the Ten Commandments into our nation's laws. Greg Abbott, the Attorney General of Texas, argued in court, state officials are not endorsing a belief in God. Rather, by showing the Ten Commandments, the state is publicly recognizing the role of the Ten Commandments that have played in the formation of our Western law. I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me. The first commandment clearly states that all should believe in one God and not worship any false idols or any other gods. This is one reason why displaying the Ten Commandments in government buildings can lead people to believe that the United States government is being partial to monotheism. Consequently, some are caused to believe the government is violating the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment by forcing an official religion on the people of America. Citizens believe that it is their right as an American not to believe in God and not to practice or engage in the Ten Commandments. The display of the Ten Commandments makes some people uncomfortable and appear as an outsider in the court of law. According to Justice O'Connor, it is important to understand that there is always someone who, with a particular quantum of knowledge, reasonably might perceive a particular action as an endorsement of religion, but that someone does not constitute or resemble observer for purposes of the endorsement test. Displaying the Ten Commandments in a county courthouse does not indicate that the government prefers one religion over another, or denotes that the government is establishing an official religion. The Ten Commandments do not force themselves on anyone, nor does government require anyone to actually read or pay attention to them at all. The Ten Commandments may be viewed by those who do not believe in them as a symbol of history and justice with a secular purpose. Additionally, governments should be free to promote religion in general, as long as it doesn't discriminate among religions. The Supreme Court has made many decisions on the separation of church and state, which contradict the verdict of the McCreary County versus American Civil Liberties Union of Kentucky case. On the same day that the court ruled that the Ten Commandments must be removed from the McCreary County Courthouse, the court also ruled in Van Orden versus Perry that the monument outside of the Texas Capitol in Austin could remain. The monument in Austin displays the Ten Commandments in a large bold print, along with the American flag, a Star of David, and the Greek letters of Christ, for Christ. The Ten Commandments in Kentucky are framed along with patriotic speeches and songs and hung on the courthouse's walls. Sandra Day O'Connor, who cast the deciding vote in both cases, only knows why one violates the First Amendment and the other one does not. The United States was founded on a Christian backbone, and the Ten Commandments have chiseled our legal system and laws. It should be legal for the Ten Commandments to be displayed on government property, since our nation's legal system was established with its roots in religion and freedom to display that history and beliefs that form our nations are protected in the First Amendment of our Constitution. Thank you. And now, here is my visual aid. The Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any given image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor thy father and mother. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. And thou shalt not covet. Thank you.